name's Steve Buel. I'm a retired 40-plus year school teacher. Oregon Save Our Schools asked Dr. Golden if we could give invited testimony on the unintended consequences and results of OEIB initiatives and actions during the last 2 years, but we were denied. So I only had time to give consequences and results without details, which we would be glad to share. There have been many consequences which you might not be aware of, so the event failed to mention them. First, you have effectively shortened the school year for the most vulnerable and poorest students in Oregon. You have spent large amounts of money to do school appraisal reports or focus on priority schools, which, in the many cases we studied, are no more than boilerplate suggestions having little to do with the actual education going on in those schools. You have prepared to spend tens of millions of dollars on a longitudinal database which endangers the welfare of Oregon's children, and then did not consult teachers on whether it was even useful in the classroom. You have supported the less comprehensive and engaging curriculum for our poorest students. You have focused the closure of computer lab. You have forced the closure of computer labs and school libraries for classroom use for a substantial part of the year. You have weakened the education for children in poverty without supporting wraparound programs to help with their very real problems. You have supported the Common Core curriculum for every child in Oregon at the cost of tens of millions of dollars without consulting Oregon's classroom teachers. This includes highly controversial new curriculum for every kindergarten through third grade child, which was devised with no input from one kindergarten through third grade teacher, even at the national level. You have burdened teachers in schools by creating a culture of testing instead of one of learning in school after school in this great state. What about teachers? Have you respected and supported them? No, you've branded them as failing. You have not included them in major decisions nor in your own meetings where 10 months of the year they're excluded from attending. 30 seconds. You have overloaded them with top-down mandates, asking them to teach in ways against their better judgment. You have labeled their schools and pretty much demoralized teacher after teacher. Now you are planning to use test scores to evaluate them, even though anyone who has done even minimal research in this area knows this method is neither accurate nor valid. And parents in the public, how have you done there? You have prohibited their testimony in both LearnWorks and the educational funding team. You have included them in statewide public meetings, but when citizens at those meetings universally refused to support your programs, you kept those business-friendly, not kid-friendly programs intact. So while supporting business, you have harmed kids, educators, parents, and community after community in our great state. We're glad to give you details.